Look guys, we're going to make this easy. I'm going to look at this game and I'll tell you what I did, why I did it, and how I win with my 2-base mute opener. Because I keep getting asked, Railgun, you got 2-base mute, how does that even work, right? So we're just gonna quickly look at this replay, 3 to 5 minutes, and then I'll be able to tell you. So I go for my pull edge gas opener, right? Because that is my standard opener. Doesn't really matter too much. I think I delayed my gas a little bit. With my third queen, I inject at my natural, so all is normal. And then this game, I went for a Roach Warren. I think I built the Roach Warren a bit too soon. I don't always go for a Roach Warren, but I wanted to go for a Roach Warren because I think that it's easier to defend the Cyclones and Hellions with Roaches. So the Roach Warren should be built at like 3 minutes 30, I think. 3:30, 3:45. So I can get Roaches out. And I just droned up 2 bases. Once I had 16 drones on in each mineral line. I took 3 additional gases. Built the Spire. We go back a little bit here. I had 2 Lynx positioned to scout what he's doing. My Overlord saw that he had Marine Cyclone. My Lynx see the Medivac move out. So as soon as I see that, I throw down a Spore Crawler in my natural. And I figured he's probably going for a Liberator in my main, so I throw a Spore Crawler in my main as well. Then I made a couple Roaches just to be safe. I tried to take my third, couldn't immediately take it. Then I knew that he still had the Medivac here, so I positioned some units in my natural and main. He sees the Spire. That's okay. The Liberator is flying over here, as expected. I think it gets 1 kill total. And as soon as my Spire is done, I build as many mutas as I can. And I throw down 2 Evolution Chambers and a Baning Nest so I can make my tech switch. Also got the Roach speed upgrade, because I think I like having a couple of Roaches in my army. They kind of mix things up, and sometimes Marines keep firing at them. As long as I get the Carapace upgrades, Roaches are kind of okay anyways. So now, once I got my Mutalisks out, I went for 6 mutas at the start or 7, then went up to about 10-ish before I started going mass mutas. I just drone up my 3rd base, start my 4th base. Then I also started my upgrades before I built additional mutas, my +1/+1 and my Baning speed. These are the key upgrades that I need to survive his pushes. I have 2 queens that are constantly spreading creep. I built these 2 queens after my 3rd base was done, and ever since then I was just constantly spreading creep. Right here I noticed a small marine force. It's not 16 marines, I just went in with my mutas, killed his marines. Decided or tried to kill the Medivacs but couldn't quite get them. And he's kind of uncontested. I'm not really getting any damage done with my mutas. I'm just taking map control of them. I always have a couple Banelings at home. I took my 4th, immediately droned that one up. And once I feel like I'm in a good position, like nearing max and safe with +2/+2 on the way, I get the Infestation Pit into the hive. And all while, I'm just trying to get as much map control as I can. He's playing it very defensively. Usually I have to defend a lot more strong pushes, but he's just going to make 1 strong push that I completely destroy. Then after the Infestation Pit, we get the hive. Build some Overseers just to be safe. Also got the +1 damage upgrade for my mutas. Right here I make a small mistake with my mutas. I saw the tanks, so I wanted to go in and kill the tanks. But then my mutas kind of got cornered, saw the Liberators, took out one of the Liberators as well. I lost more than him in that fight right here. Units loss is still kind of okay, but it could have gone better, I think. Then he decides to move out, and what do I see? Yeah, I see his army move to the top. I thought this was a pretty stupid decision, because if he does this, he walks right into the clutch. So right here, all I have to do is go for a multi-pronged attack. I can't even zoom out far enough. But I have units coming from down here, and then all I do right here is I select all my, if you watch it from my point of view, I just select my Banelings and I command them through his marines while they slowly explode and kill all his marines, and he just gets completely destroyed. Like, he was not ready for this fight at all. And because I don't have Hydras, it would make sense to fight here if I go for Hydras, But against Mutas, I think it's better to fight in a bit of a different position. And then it just gets rolled, of course, because I just walk across the map and he's dead. But the important things when you go for Mutas are right here. Wait, a bit further. Around the 3 minute, 30 to 4 minute mark is usually when the Hellion attacks arrive. And right then you really want to have a couple links at home. I always had vision on his natural and I saw that he goes for Marines tanks, so I wasn't really worried about Hellions. Once the Mutalists are out, you really want to get the upgrades, the +1/+1 and the Baning Nest down as fast as you can. And you always need spores, either against Banshees or against Liberators. If you don't get them, you're gonna be in a tough spot. Then when you have the Mutalisks out, your opponent is going to expand regardless. Like, I cannot stop him. I can go for a Ling Bane all in, but he will still stop it. So the smart thing to do right here is to just run up your own base and get an economic lead while you have map control with Mutas. He can always scan and knows what you're up to, but as long as you keep attacking into him, you will always know what he is doing, right? If I poke here and I see he has 4 tanks here, then he can't attack me with his entire army. If I see 3 Medivacs, I know that he's not dropping me at 2 different places. So I'm always poking and prodding around and trying to see what kind of units he has at home and what tech he's, or what units he's building. In the end, I don't know. I was ready for the push over there. I thought I saw some units, so I'm not sure if I even saw any. And you get the Hive tech. He doesn't really want to fight Lingbane Muta Ultra. That is a composition Terran can't really beat. If you have 20 Mutas with damage upgrades and then 4 Ultras and a lot of Lingbane, then that's a unit composition Terran just can't beat with Bio. So he wants to fight me before I get the Ultras out. But he just takes such an awkward engagement here and on creep at that he just gets completely rolled. But even if he pushed me here, I would just attack him from here, here, and here. I just want to go for a multi-pronged attack. Just pre-split your units and then roll him over. And yeah, then I just go in and... kill him. So is this like a 66 worker Lingbane Muta follow-up after he lands his 3rd? What if he doesn't attack you at all? Is it possible to engage and still close it out, or should you just sit back? Well, if you you can engage into him, and you should try to deny additional expansions. Like, I would have, if he wouldn't have attacked me, I would have engaged from here with Lingbane and tried to break open his natural while attacking this space with Muta Bane, while I'm getting Ultras. I have the Mutas, right? I kept prodding and making certain that he's not taking these expansions. If he tries to, I would obviously try to break his defensive line. But in the end, he just attacked me with that one push that I had to shut down. But if he doesn't engage, you just get the Ultra, and Ultra Lingbane Muta is so hard for Terran to beat. I get a pretty easy win there, dude.